but they are top of the league, and that will mean a lot.
They'll mean massive amounts to these supporters be over the red side over there. But like, what a performance!
Yeah.
Like we watched them, the 2 games they played already, and we knew that was good. And a little bit of a test today because West Brom wasn't as bad as the score suggested. They was tight, they were solid, they pushed them. But some of the movement, and Rodriguez was outstanding from the start to the finish. But not just him, CALVERT, LEWIN, all of the players today. There was such a great performance, and it was a privilege to watch them. Really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I think they have everything. The blend is really good. They've got flair players. We just had Seamus Coleman here on the touchline, talking all the players through it, telling Moise Keane where to pop up. You know, I just think this Everton team, they're the real deal. They're going to go places because they're technically so good.
OK, well, we saw Dominic Calvert-Lewin walking along, ball under his arm, smile on his face. We thought he was heading to speak to Des, and I think we were right. That's who he's with. Des, all yours.
That's right, Shecky's still got the ball, the hat-trick hero, Dominic. A lot of optimism, a lot of excitement around Everton, and that continues now after that performance.
Absolutely, yeah. I think, to be honest, I thought we started a little bit slow. You know, West Brom hit us on the break, and I thought we struggled early on to get it right, but then, you know, we got back in the game, and obviously a nice day all round for myself. My first hat-trick in professional football, and in the end, a good team performance.
And the youngest ever Englishman to get a hat-trick for Everton as well, a little landmark for the club. That's quite nice too. A little bit ice on your hamstring as well. You don't want to take the optimism away, but that's just a precaution.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's my hamstring's fine.
But today you had that one-man advantage for the second half, but you did really embrace the opportunity, didn't you?
We did, yeah. I think, you know, you look at the quality we've got on the ball now. It was important that we utilised it with the extra man, and I think we did, and we created space, and we penetrated when we needed to and created chances, and I was obviously happy to be in the box to tap them in.
Well, you're always in the box under CARLO Ancelotti in Premier League games. He's played you in every single match. He likes you, obviously, when you're getting hat-tricks, but what are you learning from CARLO?
To be honest, he's on me every day for one-touch finishes and being in the box, being in the right areas to put the ball in the back of the net. And, you know, thankfully for today, obviously I was, and it's nice to know that what I'm working on in training is coming off on the pitch, and that's the biggest reward, really. And
you look around you now, you've got some quality in that side. James Rodriguez goal, a sign of that quality.
Yeah, for me as a centre forward, it's always nice, you know, when he's played at the highest level and you can see the quality he's got already. He's settled right into the team and into the Premier League, so, you know, it's not been too difficult for him, and he's got his goal today, so I'm very happy for him, and he's creating chances for me, which obviously I'm happy to be happening.
I can see how happy you are. It's a far cry from that loan spell with Stalybridge Celtic 5 years ago. So what are the ambitions now? England place, top 4 place with Everton?
I think it's important not to get carried away. You know, it's been a good day and a good performance, and we're taking it game by game. And me personally, every game I'm aiming to get a goal. So I think I just need to keep taking care of business here and scoring goals and playing well and keeping my standards high. And hopefully, you know, the rest takes care of itself.
Well, it's going to plan. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What a day for him, what a game. It's been lovely to have your company here in the sunshine in Liverpool today, here at Goodison Park. Look, we missed the football when it wasn't on. We missed the fans not being here, but if this sport can keep on providing days like that, it'll keep smiles on people's faces, even through what is turning into a difficult time again.
Yeah, I mean, we've given all the praise to Everton, and look, they were top draw, but I thought West Brom, credit to them. They came to play. Slaven Bilic had a game plan. In the end, it didn't go their way. A couple of key moments in the game, the Kieran Gibbs red card affected the game. But I thought he said, be brave. They were brave today, you know, and in the end they lost. But really, really good performance from West Brom.
We said at the end there, didn't we? 64 shots in their opening 3 games, 2 in the league and 1 in the cup for Everton. But the thing for Everton fans is they've been here before. They've had the dream signings. They've had the new eras. What's different about this time?
I think Carlo Ancelotti's had time to implement his style on the squad. You've got James Rodriguez, recognised, you know, in the past has been one of the top players in the world. The gradual build-up of Gomez is, I think, it's a top player. Allen, I mean, I don't think this is a full storm for Everton. I don't think they'll be threatening the league at any time, but they'll be up there. You know, there'll be an improvement. And then we know with Mashiri, if he sees that, and he'll go again, he'll buy again in January, and he'll buy again in January. So it's exciting times to be an Everton fan.
And it's an exciting time to be an Everton player if you're Dominic Calvert-Lewin. As much as he's impressive on the field of play, I've heard him on the radio on 5 Live last night, speaking to Des today. He was talking about being humble in his pursuit of an England cap earlier in the week as well. He's so impressive off the field as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just a great young kid, and I'm just delighted for him because I think before he was almost too honest in terms of he did all the running for a lot of his teammates. Now he can just be in the box. He can be a centre forward, and he's got 4 and 2. The other boys can create and run those positions. But just think, look, they don't have to all be pretty. Just get in there. And
you said they were strikers' goals.
Yeah, and I
you?
think his awareness just into being in the right place was terrific. And I just think he's just growing, isn't he, Joe?
Yeah, and I think what he said about Carlo Ancelotti about the one-touch finishes, I mean, that's an easy way to put it. But what he's done is putting himself in the right positions, arriving at the right time to be there to flick the ball in, you know. But they were all pure centre-forward goals, you know, and he's getting on the end of things here. You see there, you know, that it seems easy, and it is easy, but you have to consistently you have to be in that kind of position 12, 13, 14 times at a game, and it might not fall to you, but he's falling to you, and he's tapping it in. And this was the only criticism. Owen's right. He was an honest centre-forward, a real, you know, old school. He'd run the channels, he'd battle with, you know, really a throwback centre-forward, if anything, if you like. And he's put the finishing touches to his game, and he started the season fantastically well. And like I said, he's a very humble lad. You know, great header there. I mean, it ain't going to be a matter of time before England will be looking, and he's going to threaten the boys up there because he's such an exciting talent.
An opportunity for him, England against Wales, 8th of October.
Oh, it's a massive opportunity for him. And when you speak to players who've played with him, they talk about, you know, he hasn't got the mindset of a younger player. He's got an old head on his shoulders, and you can see that in his interviews, and he's just going to keep getting better and better.
And there he is, with the match ball and with a smile on his face. It was nice to hear from him as well. We'll have a look at the other 2 goals today, but we can't sort of understate how important James Rodriguez is to this. You made the point before the game that at his previous 2 clubs, he's been one of many big names. Here, he is the man. Just watching him from this lovely position we had today, you could see it.
Yeah, and you know what the thing is? He's not the quickest, he's not the most explosive, but like Joe, his intelligence is just off the charts. You know, he just knows when to drift into these little pockets, and just his little touch, that little set, everything he does is class. That's the word for him. He's class, and I just think he's just such a gifted player. He's confident, and you know, people saying, can he play in the Premier League? I mean, 2 games in, you know, he looks majestic, doesn't he, Joe?
Oh, he's a great player. I mean, me and Owen both stood up and gave him a round of applause when he walked off. I mean, that's two ex-players, and we appreciate all the things he done. Everything he done, it was just, you know, velvet on his left foot, dropping it into areas. Every set piece was on the money to be attacked. So if you're Calvert-Lewin, you got asked a question by Des, are you excited? And that little wry smile, he's thinking to himself, golden boots in his head. He won't say it because James Rodriguez, whatever you want to call him.
Well, James.
In Everton, they might call him James.
Jamesy boy to the Everton fans. When he's dropping the ball on people's heads, like, and he's just a pleasure to watch. Yeah. And we're privileged to be here and able to sit at these great seats and watch him perform. And when these doors open, walking, they're going to be blown away by it. He's such a good player.
Thing is, that last shot we had there of, you know, of Carlo Ancelotti putting his arm around him. That's all he needs. You know, the kid's a special player. But to be fair, as you said, you know, at Bayern and at Real, there was a lot of his type of player, you know, and the Ronaldos, and he's not going to get to play like he did here, where he can just drift all over the pitch and everybody just give it to him, like Colombia. He suits that down to the ground. And again, I mean, that is 2 games in. He played good against Tottenham. He was unbelievable today.
Look, there'll be some huge frustration in the West Brom dressing room because they were in this game when Kieran Gibbs did this. We know what happens. We can criticise him all we like. The difficult thing is, and you both know him, like, why has he done this?
Yeah, but Jake, first of all, James gives him a bump. Yeah,
but
I know. I'm just saying. As a player, you know, you just conceded 2 poor goals. You're in the lead. You get it from the other angle. You just see. Watch James here initially, off the ball, just bumps him, and he's just annoyed. Conceded 2 goals. Look, you can't do it. It's a red card. All I'm saying, that's not Kieran Gibbs really. He just had a rush of blood. And
let's listen again for those that haven't heard it.
Why didn't you wait when he hit the ball? You need to check the foul for us. Check the foul for us and the record. Next time, kill us. Why not? Now stop. You could also kill us. Yes. So you go away. He's already been. So I can't talk to you.
So we got a red card for that. We assumed at the time there was he was swearing, he was saying something he shouldn't have said. It seems that the issue, from speaking to Peter Walton, is that he remonstrated with the referee on the field of play, not in the tunnel. But he couldn't do it in the tunnel because West Brom are getting changed over there in a porter cabin.
Yeah. And here's my annoyance with it, Jake, because Mike Dean, when you're the referee, you know, you need to be, obviously you need to know the rules of the game, you need to understand the flow of the game, football, but you also need to understand human beings. Slaven Bilic is going to be irate. He's walking towards him. Mike Dean, as a human being, should be able to just, Slaven, I'm sorry. Like, I can't speak now. The rules are, look, and it would immediately, his body language, put his hands up, would have calmed Slaven down. But the fact he sort of dismissed him, walked him away, and Slaven's is going to get irate, and his anger grows. I personally blame Mike Dean for that. I think he should have handled the situation a lot better than what he did.
Do you think he should have just said, carry on and you'll get a red card first?
Yeah.
Look, Jake, we would have a go at the ref, and the ref would say to you, calm down. Just calm down. You're going to get yourself sent off. Yeah. Mike Dean could have said
he
to
wouldn't
him,
have sent a player off.
He did
for
that to him. He dismissed him. He just went, give him the arm.
He could have calmed him down. He could have calmed him down.
Okay. It seems it was because of where it was as much as what happened.
Yeah.
But is it worth a red? Let's hear it from a manager who was an awful lot happier than Slaven Bilic today. He's live right now with Des. Des, all yours. Carlo Ancelotti.
Thanks, Jake. You've been given an advantage this afternoon, down to playing aside with 10 men, but it's fair to say you took it emphatically.
No, I think that the result doesn't reflect what really happened on the pitch, because honestly the first half they were better than us. They played well at the beginning. I think we had a good reaction after the goal that we conceded, and of course with the men we had more advantage and the game was easier in the second half.
He's an important player for you, isn't he, Dominic Calvert-Lewin? In the sense that everyone's been talking about the new signings, but here he is scoring a hat-trick and stepping up a level under you.
I hope so. I saw he started really well, but honestly, of course, today was the top scorer, but in front also Richarlison did really well. He scored a goal, he had a lot of opportunity. So the combination in front was good. Of course, they are supported from James that is doing really well in this period, and so satisfied in front. We have to be better at the back.
The red card was obviously a turning point, particularly for them. How did you view it? Was there any doubt that was a red card?
Honestly, I didn't see, so I cannot judge.
When last season ended, you told the squad to come back with more motivation, more ambition. Are we seeing that now?
I have seen more ambition, more motivation, more focused. So the moment is good, but you have to pay attention because every game can be difficult. So this is a good test for us also today. Everyone are happy today because we had a great result, but if you look inside the performance, I think that there are a lot of points where we can do better.
Are you talking about the defence here?
Defensive position, we were without balance at the beginning. We conceded a counter-attack, we conceded a goal, but after 2 games, it's normal that everything is not perfect.
And James Rodriguez, we're going to be talking about him most weeks, but today he's seen again, he makes the game look easy.
He makes football easy. For him, he started really well. I am really happy for this, but he had and he still have a fantastic desire to play, and he loves to play with us.
Congratulations.
Thank you.